Hi, and welcome to This Story Time. We are continuing our journey in understanding money through our Money Story series. Do you know what are taxes? How do you think the government gets the money? And what do you think government does with that money? Don't worry if you have no idea about it. Through today's story, we are going to learn a lot about it. Today's story is about Vishrambu. He is one of the naughtiest boys in Banaras. Through his story, we are going to get an idea about how government works, how taxes work, and why do we need to pay taxes. Come on, let's start the story now. The name of today's story is Vishrambu's bus journey. So Vishrambu is going somewhere and something happens during the bus journey. Let's see what happens. This story is written by Karthik Rangappa and illustrated by Tarun Andrews. Again, this story is one in the series published by Zerodha so that you little ones understand more about money. Bank manager Sharmaji was one of the most respected men in Banaras. Every evening, on his way back home, he would stop at Kukuji's tea stall for a cup of hot tea and a samosa. One day, Sharmaji looked very worried. Sharmaji, why do you look so worried? Asked Kukuji. Sharmaji looked at him and said, "It's my son Vishrambu, Kukuji. He gives me sleepless nights." Vishrambu, "Oh, he's such a sweet boy," confronted Kukuji. "Oh, you have no idea. He must be one of the most mischievous boys in Banaras. He creates trouble everywhere and I end up paying price for it," said Sharmaji, looking very annoyed. He continued, "The other day, Vishrambu was playing at his friend Haidar's house. In all his excitement, he pulled down the curtains, broke the showcase and tore the newspaper to bits." "Little Vishrambu did all this?" asked Kukuji in utter disbelief. "Oh yes, Haidar's father was very, very furious looking at the mess and I had to spend 1,000 rupees to get things repaired," said Sharmaji. "Do you see the mess Vishrambu has done?" "That's not all," said Sharmaji. "Last week, he convinced his friend Raghu that he could get the Ganga river to flow into his house." "Oh, and how did he plan to achieve this?" asked Kukuji in amusement. Sharmaji frowned and said, "Well, by opening the tap of their overhead tank and allowing the water to flow inside their house. They had to hire workers to drain the water out and I ended up paying 800 rupees towards the damage caused," continued Sharmaji with a sad voice. "Sharmaji, I never imagined Vishrambu was so naughty. Here, have another samosa and take it easy," said Kukuji. "How can I take it easy? Tomorrow I am taking Vishrambu to his aunt's house in Lucknow. He will stay there for a week and I am already dreading the damage he could cause," said Sharmaji. So the next day, father and son set off on their bus journey to Lucknow. Sharmaji warned Vishrambu to behave himself during the trip. 1 hour into the journey, Sharmaji fell asleep. Vishrambu was now bored. He tried looking out of the window, but it was dark. However, something interesting happened. Vishrambu spotted a white, soft, spongy thing jutting out of a tiny hole from his seat. He pulled it out and he realized it was fun to play with it. He wanted some more of it. Vishrambu pulled another bit and then a bright idea struck him. He decided to make a soft ball with the sponge and gift it to his cousin in Lucknow. Vishrambu started pulling out everything from inside the seat. In no time, he had torn the seat, pulled out the sponge, and created a big mess. He now only needed something to wrap his little present in. Not knowing where to find one, he innocently woke his father up. Sharmaji woke up reluctantly and could not believe what he saw. Vishrambu, what on earth is this? He yelled. The passengers in the bus woke up to all the commotion. Vishrambu was now petrified and he realized that he had unintentionally destroyed the seat. The bus conductor rushed and saw all the mess. He didn't know what to say, and three of them looked at each other. Vishrambu mustered some courage and meekly said, "Papa, can you please give some money to conductor uncle to repair the seat?" Sharmaji's face turned red. Seeing danger, the conductor stepped in and said, "Vishrambu, your papa cannot pay me the money." "Papa can, he's done it before," said Vishrambu, trying to convince the conductor. "Vishrambu, I don't own the bus. I cannot accept money," said the conductor. "Okay, then Papa can pay the owner of the bus," suggested Vishrambu. Meanwhile, the bus stopped for a short break at a small highway hotel. Three of them sat down at a table. The conductor explained further. "Vishrambu, the government owns this bus, and whatever the government owns belongs to all of us. So your papa cannot pay all of us, right?" "How can the bus belong to the government and all of us at the same time?" said Vishrambu, looking puzzled. The conductor explained, "It is because of the taxes we pay, Vishrambu." "Taxes? What are taxes? What is that?" asked Vishrambu. The conductor tried to explain. "With the money we earn, we buy things like vegetables, clothes, toys for kids, and many other things. But a portion of that money goes to the government. This is called tax." Vishrambu was puzzled. He said, "But uncle, why should we give our money to the government?" The conductor explained further. "You see, there are few common facilities that all of us use, like the roads, bridges, buses, schools, and even the playground you play on. Have you ever thought of who pays for these facilities?" Vishrambu looked confused. "Who pays?" he asked. "The government. You see, Vishrambu, if we do not pay our taxes, there will be no facilities for us to use, like this bus or the road we are traveling on," said the conductor. The conductor continued. "So, Vishrambu, it is not only important for us to pay our taxes to the government, but also very important for us to take good care of things that belong to all of us." Sharmaji intervened and said, "Vishrambu, do you now realize that you have destroyed something that belongs to all of us?" Little Vishrambu's eyes looked teary. He said, I know, Papa. I'm very sorry. I didn't destroy it on purpose. I promise to be more careful next time. Sharmaji could sense that Vishrambu really meant what he said. Good, Vishrambu. I'm happy you have finally understood. I can now leave you in Lucknow without any worries, he said while biting into a samosa. The three of them laughed out loud happily. I hope now you have some idea regarding taxes. Now go to your parents and discuss further. Tell them what you have understood with this story. Discuss with them if they pay the taxes on time and how does your government make use of it. What are the things you can see around you which would have come from your tax money? I hope you've enjoyed this story and subscribe to my channel to further stories. Thank you. See you next time.